everyone, welcome to ImproMaths Live. We meet every Monday at 7:30 p.m. SG time where we discuss grade 7 mathematics in detail, topic wise. So remember to subscribe to our channel and press the like button for this video so you can keep on getting the notifications. So today we are going to continue with our last week's topic, which was algebra, and we are going to get into more details of algebraic expressions. Okay, so let me share my screen first and then we can start. Okay, so last time we learned about different kind of terms, polynomials, and what is the difference between an expression and an equation. So today we are going to continue with algebraic expressions. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. I am unable to see my cursor, so give me 2 minutes. Still can't see my cursor. Anyways, so we are going to talk about algebraic expressions. More importantly, we are going to talk about the operations on algebraic expressions. So last time we learned about like terms and unlike terms. So there are 4 types of operations which we generally perform on any kind of mathematical entity. So it is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So like terms can be added, can be subtracted, can be multiplied, and can be divided. Whereas unlike terms cannot be added, cannot be subtracted, but can be multiplied and can be divided. So we are going to see what I mean by they can be added or cannot be added. So before we start that, let's quickly revise what are like terms and what are unlike terms. So like terms are the terms which have the composition of variables exactly the same. So the coefficient doesn't matter, but what follows after the coefficient has to be exactly the same if we are going to say that the two terms are like terms. For example, if I have 4x square y and I have 5x square y, I will say that these two are like terms because this component or the variable component of your term is same. Whereas if I have 4xy square and 5x square y, if I see here it is xy square, whereas it is here x square y. So these two are unlike terms. These are unlike, these are like. So we are always concerned about this part of the algebraic term to determine whether they are like terms or unlike terms. So since we are saying that we can add or subtract like terms, let's start with addition and subtraction operations on like terms. So let's say we have, let's take the simple one. We'll start with addition. So let's say I have 3abc plus 10abc. Now we have to remember that even though we are learning algebra as a completely new topic in mathematics, we have to remember that it follows the same rules as we followed in arithmetic, and algebra adds its own rules. So whenever we have like terms, we can add this 3 and 10 and we can write 13abc. Okay, we are allowed to do that. So if it was just 3 plus 10 in arithmetic, we would have done 13. 3 plus 10 is 13. So similarly, 3abc plus 10abc will give you 13abc. Okay, or let's say I have 5xy square plus 11xy square. So I will say what is 5 plus 11? 16. And then I will just put xy square here. Okay, so now these kind of things you have to remember that whatever the laws of numbers you have learned in your previous years, they are all applicable in algebra. Plus algebra will have its own rules. Okay, so they are all going to be in harmony. Next one, we are going to see 1 by 2x plus 3 by 4x. Now here we can actually add them like we would add 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4. So that is going to be 5 by 4. So we can write here equal to 5 by 4x. So we are going to use the same type steps of operation that we did for arithmetic. Now, many people think that if you are learning a new topic, everything is new in that. So, no. Always remember that whenever we learn a new topic, we add on top of what we have learned up till now. So, whatever we have learned up till now is never going to get erased, it is always going to be there. And we are just building on top of that. So, it's like basics. It's like music. You have 7 musical notes that you are taught in the beginning, and then you are taught different octaves, then you are taught different compositions or different sequences of those notes, but the basic notes, they always remain the same. So you have to remember that even in mathematics, the basics are always going to remain the same. That's why I emphasize so much on creating your getting your basics very strong. Again, that's what we are going to do. That this is the year in which grade 7 is a year in which we are going to get our basics very, very strong, so that whenever we go to the future years, it stays, the foundation is strong and we can build on top of that. Okay, so let's say if I have a decimal point, so 1.25yz plus 1.75yz equal to, so if I have 1.25 plus 1.75, I will have 0, 0, 3. So I will have 3.00yz. Now this is all possible. Okay, and that is why I'm trying to emphasize on it so much. Next one, we are going to, but why can't we add unlike terms? Okay, because let's say I have 3x plus 4y. Now this and this is different. It's like trying to add a square and a circle. That is not possible. You can't have two circles or two squares if we try to add square and a circle. So it is same like that. 3x plus 4y is not possible. It is not going to be equal to 7xy. No, it is not. It is not a multiplication. It is simple addition. And since they are two different unlike terms, you are not allowed to do this. Okay, it's like adding two completely different, trying to merge two completely different figures without changing their shape. That is not possible. Okay, so now in subtraction, again same rules are going to remain. We are going to follow all the same arithmetic rules. So let's say I have 30a minus 20a. I'm going to get 10a, because 30 minus 20 is 10a. Now here the rules of integer are also going to come into play. Like let's say I have 15xy minus 35xy. So what will I get? 15 minus 35 is equal to minus 20. Okay. Whenever you have two different signs on the two different numbers, subtract the smaller number from the bigger number and give the sign of the bigger number. So here 15 is the smaller number, 35 is the bigger number. 15 has a positive sign, 35 has a negative sign. So I subtracted 15 from 35 where I got 20, and then I took this negative sign and put it over here. So it's minus 20. So I'll get minus 20 xy. Or let's say I have 3 by 4 EF minus 1 by 3 EF. So I'll do the same operation. 3 by 4 minus 1 by 3, which is 9 minus 4 over 12, which is equal to 5 over 12. So I will get 5 over 12 EF. Okay. Or like I had said, it can hold real numbers. This third form will come in future years, but I just wanted to show you. I forgot to show you this in addition. So it's, let's say, 5 square root of 2x minus 3 square root of 2x is going to give you 2 square root of 2x. So it can hold, or it can, the coefficient can be anything, it can be any real number. Okay. Now again, same thing, you cannot do 30x minus 12y. You are not allowed to do that. This is not equal to 30 minus 12 is 18xy. It is not equal to 18xy. Definitely, it will stay as 30x minus 12y. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to combine the addition and subtraction, and we are going to take different terms and we are going to group the like terms and we are going to simplify them. So whenever you have expressions, the word used for in the question is going to be simplify. Okay, so let's say I have 4x plus 3y minus 10x plus 12y, okay, plus, let's say, 3. So now I have 4x and 10x which are similar. I have 3y and 12y which is similar, and our little 3 is standalone. So what I will do is I'll do 4x minus 10x plus 3y plus 12y plus 3. Now add these together and these together because they are like terms. So we have two pairs of like terms. So 4x minus 10x is minus 6x plus 15y plus 3. Now it is not compulsory, but generally whenever we solve any algebraic equation or expression, we are supposed to write the answer in alphabetical order. What I mean, I will show you now. Okay. So let's see, I have 14x plus 13y minus 2y minus 3x plus 4. Okay, and I will write 13y minus 2y plus 14x minus 3x plus 4, that is equal to 11y plus 11x plus 4. Now this answer is correct. Yes, this answer is perfectly fine, but just to avoid confusion, we always write them in alphabetical order. Okay, it looks professional, it looks good, it looks mathematically more correct, so we write it in alphabetical order. But this is not a necessary step, this is an extra step. Or let's say in any variable combination you have a b c or b square ac, write it as a b square c. It is easy to read. It is, whenever you have alphabets in order, it is easy to compare like and unlike terms. Okay, now let's go into multiplication and division. So we are first going to start with multiplication. Now you have to remember that multiplication can be done for both like and unlike terms. Now before we do multiplication, whenever I have a term, let's say 4x square y, I can write it into its factors. We have learned factorization before, right? So I can write it into its factors. So 4 are factorized into 2 times 2 multiplied by x times x multiplied by y. Okay. So this is called factors. These are the factors. So you have to remember this. Just remember for now. I will tell you why I am emphasizing on this. So let's say first let's multiply two like terms. So we take 5x multiplied by 6x. So you multiply 5 with 6 and then you multiply x with x. So we have 30x square, which is equal to 30 into x square, which is equal to 30x square. Okay. Or let's say I have 12abc multiplied by 3abc. So I will factorize this. 12 is what? 2 into 2 into 3 into a into b into c, and 3abc is 3 into a into b into c. So now I will take all the numbers together. So I have 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into A. I will take similar variables together, B into B into C into C. So my final answer is going to be, this is 36. So it is 36. Two A's will make A square, two B's will make B square, and two C's will make C square. We have learned this when we were learning exponents. You can refer back to the playlist on our ImproMath YouTube channel, where we have listed down all the previous sessions that we have finished up till now, and we will keep on adding these sessions to that playlist so you can have all the sessions at one single place. But for that, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. Okay, so this was for like terms because we have same terms on all of them. What if I have unlike terms? Let's say I have 4x multiplied by 6y. Okay, so 4 will be 2 times 2 into x multiplied by 2 times 3 into y. Sorry. Okay, that is equal to, so I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 multiplied by x multiplied by y. So it is going to be 8 times 3 is 24 multiplied by x y. So it is 24x y. So these kind of factorizing you have to only do in the initial stage till you have enough practice. Once you start getting enough practice, you can just multiply them together. Let's say we have 5x square y multiplied by 12x y square. Again, we, even though the variables are looking same, they have different compositions, so these are unlike terms. So this one we have 5 into x into x into y, whereas we have 12 as 2 times 2 times 3 times x times y times y. So now we have 5 times 2 times 2 times 3 multiplied by, we have 1, 2 and 3x. So we are going to try x times x times x, and we have 1, 2 and 3y. So y times y times y. So this is going to be equal to 12 times 5 is 60, x cube y cube. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to do it without factorizing. Okay, so I am going to say, let's say 6abc square multiplied by 9a square bc. Now 6 times 9 is 54. A times a square is a cube. B times b is b square. And c square times c is c cube. So your final answer is 54 a cube b square c cube. Okay, so this is without factorization, but to reach this stage you have to first practice this. Remember, the more you practice, the better you are going to get at it. Okay, so practice with factorization first. Once you are confident with factorization, you can go and do the non-factorization, like without doing the factorization thing. Okay, now last one is the division. So this color looks nice, so we will continue using this. Now dividing like terms with like terms. So I have, let's say 50a divided by 35a. Okay, so I will write it, 50 is 5 times 2 times 5 times a over 5 times 7 times a. So I can cancel this 5 and this 5, this a and this a. So final answer that I get is 10 by 7. So I can do the division by factorization. Or let's say I have 16xyz square divided by 18xyz square. So basically we now know that xyz square and xyz square is going to get cancelled. So 16xyz square over 18xy z square. So this whole term is going to get cancelled, and 16 is 8 by 9. 16 by 18 is 8 by 9. So this was for like terms. Now for unlike terms, again our factorization is going to come and help us. So what we are going to do is we are going to take let's say 32 a b square c divided by 12 a square bc. Okay, so I'm going to write 32 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into a into b into b into c, the whole over 2 times 2 times 3 times a into b into c. Now I'll use another color pen so we know what we are cancelling. Okay, so I will cancel 1 2 and 1 2, this 2 and this 2. Then I'm going to cancel 1a, I'm going to cancel 1b, and I'm going to cancel the c. Now what remains is 2 times 2 times 2 multiplied by b, and in the denominator we only have 3 and a remaining. So 3 times a. So our final answer is going to be 8b over 3a. So now you will understand what I mean when I say that you can multiply and divide like and unlike terms, both of them. Okay, so let's do one more. Let's take do you have any suggestions? Do we have any suggestions? No, we don't have any suggestions. No problem. You people can suggest afterwards in the comments also. So here are, let's take this one. 75 x y z square divided by 15 x square y square z. Okay, so 75 is 5 times 5 times 3 multiplied by x multiplied by y multiplied by z multiplied by z, the whole over 5 times 3 multiplied by x multiplied by x, y times z. Now again I'll change the pane. So 5 and 5 gets cancelled, 3 and 3 gets cancelled, x and x gets cancelled, y and y gets cancelled, z and z gets cancelled. So final answer, I have a 5 in the numerator and I have a z over, I have a x and I have a y in the denominator. So I have 5z over xy. So these are the operations that we can do on algebraic expressions, and we can use them to simplify. Okay, so always remember that expressions are the algebraic terms which do not have an equal to sign in them. Like terms can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided, whereas unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted, but they can be multiplied and they can be divided. Then all the algebra simplifications or calculations will follow the same rules as your arithmetic will follow for the numbers, and they will add on top of it their own rules. So there is nothing to get scared about algebra. It's as friendly as arithmetic, and I'm going to make sure that by the end of this algebra session, you are going to find that algebra is very, very easy. Okay, till then, keep on practicing, and remember that ImproMaths live sessions are held every Monday 7:30 p.m. Singapore time on ImproMaths YouTube channel and my personal Facebook page. And we do grade 7 or secondary 1 topics. Now grade 7 is uniform all over the world, more or less the basics are same all over the world, so you can always come and get your basics cleared. There is a playlist on our channel which has all the previous sessions listed in it, so you can go and refer to those also. And see you next time. Bye bye.